Hello, dear students. I am Niranjan Jha, a teacher of Mahatma Gandhi Shikshan Sansthan Darbhanga. This time I am going to teach the students of class 8. The subject is science and this is the third chapter of science. Today I am going to start this third chapter. The name of this third chapter is synthetic fibers and plastics. Here we have already read about different types of fiber. To protect ourselves from heat, cold, rain, dust, etc., we wear different types of cloth. These cloths are made of different types of fibers, and these fibers broadly can be divided into two groups, two classes. One is the natural fiber, other is the synthetic fiber. Natural fibers again can be divided into two groups. One is obtained from plant source and other is obtained from animal source. Fibers obtained from plant source are jute, cotton, quills, etc. And fibers obtained from animal sources are silk, wool, etc. And the second types of fiber is synthetic fiber, also known as man-made fiber or artificial fiber. Here our main topic is synthetic fiber. Here we shall read in detail about synthetic fibers. Before starting discussion on synthetic fiber, we have to understand two terms clearly. These two terms are very basic to understand synthetic fiber. These two terms are polymers and polymerization. What is polymer and what is polymerization? We shall read it clearly. We all are familiar with the garland which is made of different types of flowers. Each flower is a single or individual unit. These single units are joined together in a particular fashion to form a garland. That is the big unit. Flower is a small unit or individual unit, and a large number of flowers are joined together to form a large unit. That large unit is known as garlands. Again, second example is here. Wall has made by joining large number of bricks. Each brick is a single unit and wall is a big unit. Here I have given the figure of some flowers. These all are flowers. I have made here flowers. Each flower is a single unit or separate unit, and a large number of flowers has joined together from end to end fashion. Here we are seeing flowers has joined in end to end fashion, and this is a garland. When large number of flowers has joined together in end to end fashion, then we have made a garland. Here each flower separately is known as single unit or individual unit, and here a particular name has given to single unit. That particular name is monomer. Here each unit is separately known as monomers. And when large number of single units are joined together, then this big unit obtained is known as polymer. A particular name has given, that name is polymer. And how this single unit has combined with each other? The binding force between them is a thread. We have bind these flowers with the help of a thread. This thread work as a binding force. Second example is brick. Each unit is a brick. Each brick is a single unit or individual unit, and each single brick is known as monomer. When a large number of monomers has joined in a particular fashion, then we have got a wall. This is wall. The brick is the unit of monomer, and the wall is brick is the example of monomer, and wall is the example of polymer. This is a polymer. Then what we have understand up to this time? Individual unit is known as monomers, and when large number of individual units are joined together to form a large unit, that large unit is known as polymer. Here third example is bead. Each circle indicate a bead. This is the single unit, and when large number of single unit has binded together, then this form a polymer. This is the bead. Individually it is bead, and when these are combined together, joined together by end to end fashion, then this is known as polymer. Here one thing must be clear, that if we shall keep a large number of bricks kept at one above other, as I have kept here, it means the heap of bricks is not a polymer. Heap of bricks is not a polymer. To form a polymer, each individual unit should be joined together in a particular fashion, as they are joined here. Again here, suppose you have a bricks of heap of flour. Many flowers has placed one above other. This heap is not a polymer. To form a polymer, each flower should be joined together in a particular fashion, then it will form a polymer. In Greek word, poly means many and mer means repeating unit or part or unit. This is the polymer. One thing is clear, each individual unit is known as monomer. When that monomers are joined together in a particular fashion, then they form polymer. Here now we can define the word monomer and polymer, because now it is not very difficult to understand what is monomer and what is polymer. A monomer is a small molecules which can be combined together end to end in large number to form a large unit called polymer. Monomer is a small unit which can be joined together to form a larger unit which is known as polymer. What is polymer? A polymer is a large unit formed by the combination of large number of smaller unit joined end to end fashion. In polymer, the binding force is chemical force. As in example of garland we have discussed, binding force was thread. And in case of wall, what is the binding force? In case of wall, binding force is cement and sand. But in case of actual chemical polymer, what is the binding force? Here the binding force is chemical force. Now what is polymerization? The process of combining large number of monomer units into a large polymer is known as polymerization. Polymerization is a process by which polymer is formed. Now monomer can be linked together in two fashion. One is linear polymer. In linear polymer, monomers are arranged in end to end fashion. Here what we see, one end of other is joined to the other end of other molecule, monomer. The monomers are joined in end to end fashion. And other is the cross-linked polymer. In cross-linked polymer, polymers are cross-linked. This is the example of linear polymer and this is the example of cross-linked polymer. Now we have to read about synthetic fiber. This time we have to revise what we have learned, and then we shall learn about synthetic fiber in next video. Here we have learned we protect ourselves from heat, cold, rain with the help of cloths, or these cloths are made from fabrics or fibers. These fibers are of two types, one natural fiber, other synthetic fiber. Natural fiber is again of two types, obtained from plant source and animal source, and second type is synthetic fiber. The base material of synthetic fiber is petrochemical. Petrochemicals are obtained from petroleum product. This is the base material. And then we have read about polymer and polymerization. The individual unit which can be joined together to form a larger unit is known as monomer. The individual unit which can be formed together to form a larger unit is known as monomer. And when the individual unit has combined together to form a larger unit, then that larger unit is known as polymer. The example of polymer is garland, brick, or the collection of beads. One most important thing, the heap of monomer is not a polymer. Monomer must be joined in a particular fashion. Now there are two types of polymers. One is the linear polymer. In case of linear polymer, monomers are joined in end-to-end fashion. Monomers are arranged here or joined here in end-to-end fashion, and in the cross-linked polymer, monomers have joined or cross-linked. Thanks. In next video, we shall read about in detail about different types of synthetic fibers, their advantage and disadvantage. Thanks.